Rest in peace. We just lost Quincy Jones. I'm going to go buy his Unfiltered.
Yes, that is definitely a must. All right.
Which, by the way,
Us.
we got look, giant in the game. I rarely get emotional when celebrities pass, and I cried like a baby when I found out Quincy Jones had died.
Did you really?
Well, because I knew him and he knew me. I actually knew him and he actually knew me through my days with AFCA, the African American Film Critics Association. So it goes back a ways. And he he gave me advice, and I love talking to him because it's rare that you meet a person that like talks pimp shit, but then gives you valid industry insight all in the same breath. And I love it.
Mm.
I adored him for that. Like he's like one of the coolest people I've ever talked to. Like he was like, oh, it was amazing because we just be talking like we in the barbershop and he would say some things. I'm like, damn, dude, okay. It's like, all
That
right.
goes back to what you just said. When you get a certain age, when you reach a certain place in life, you just don't have a lot of to give. So you just are naturally you. You know, he sounds like a real OG that was just like,
Oh boy, he reminds me. So there's a guy where I live in Kansas City. He's the barbecue kingpin of the world. He owns Gates and Sons Barbecue. His name is Ollie Gates. He's like 92 now. They're the same. They tell you stuff, and like you don't even when you talk to them, you don't even talk. You just listen. You just listen. Like you just like, oh my God. Like and it's amazing. Like it was fascinating. But a big shout out to Quincy Jones who like I love he did so much stuff. And the one thing that people don't talk about, I love the fact that he created Vibe magazine because with that creation, what a lot of people don't talk about, and you will appreciate this, he gave so many Black women the opportunity to be a part of that world of journalism and not
mm,
just as writers. They were like editors, associate editors, creative directors, that sort of thing. And that Vibe opened up the world to a lot of Black women to excel to where they are today in this industry. So, like, kudos to him for that. And there is no Will Smith without Quincy Jones.
there's not a lot of singers and actors
Well,
and
that's true, but
vocals.
specifically Will Smith, though, that Fresh Prince of Bel Air move was just like, are you for real right now? Like, I'm just pinpointing, like, yeah, you could go on and on about Quincy Jones. That could be its own show. I'm just pinpointing things that just blow me away. Like, and the fact that he told Steven Spielberg to cast Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah in The Color Purple and was both of their first movies. And speaking of Oscars, how either one of them didn't win the Oscar
That
for
part.
like, wait. But The Color Purple won zero Oscars. Like, it got 11 nominations and won zero. Like, Oprah didn't win. Like, Whoopi Goldberg didn't win. You could put their performances up for consideration every year since The Color Purple, and they should win. Like, for real.
You are absolutely right about that. Like that isn't the numbers, the math isn't mapping. For people who don't know Quincy Jones, the younger demographic, there's a really good documentary on Netflix, I think it is, called Quincy.
I
Um,
rewatched it. I rewatched it
is
and
it
cried
Netflix?
even more. Yeah, Netflix.
Okay.
I rewatched it and cried even more.
Yeah, like
And I
that's
have a
just a
huge crush on his daughter. You know what happens if you follow someone who used to date Tupac? You'll be slapping people in public.
I need to hear more about this. What is this? What urban legend is this?
That's why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, you're talking about Jada and the Oscars as well.
Because she
And
used to date
Chris.
Tupac. You can't follow nobody that you can't. I'm not messing with nobody that used to date Tupac.
Oh my gosh.
The ghost of Tupac is strong. Tupac must have been the man because whoever he met, they can't shake him. They cannot shake that dude. Like I've never been with anybody that I can't shake, and I want to experience that.